think I've already won. It's not that I will be voted in for office, but it's the places I've got to see. I've covered half the state of Kentucky, maybe more. I've got to meet beautiful people, people that care about this state.
Welcome to primary 2007 Democrats for Governor Forum 2. The candidates are...
This is a real opportunity, I think, for all Kentuckians to look at I believe one of us will be the next governor.
And thank you, my fellow Kentuckians, for tuning in tonight.
Fellow Kentuckians, fellow Democrats, appreciate another chance to speak with you folks.
You know, tonight, a baby will be born in Kentucky. There's a good chance she will be poor.
One thing has become very clear.
Ben Skill wrote a song that said it's hard to love a woman all night who's been biting your butt all day. That's how I feel about the government and the taxes and the AMC on small businesses. I think we need to get rid of that. I'm asking everybody to look at my website, www.otisbullmanhensley.com. It's an honor to be here for my second time. Thank you. Most people, when they see you in a limo, they will scoot over, they'll give you room. A lot of people will stop, you know, and give you room to make your turns, and I appreciate that. A lot of people don't give truckers consideration, they give a limo. Before the gas price went up, I could put $18 in it and come all the way back home. Yeah, you can't beat a limo on gas. Its engine in this car is a 4.6 with dual overhead cams, loaded with power. The reason it's got so much power is because when you're passing somebody on the road, you need that extra power because it's so long. But you'll be sitting there listening to a good CD, and you look down and you'll be running 80 or 90 and not even realize it. It's just just so comfortable. I was turning down a house and I found these 3 teddy bears. And everybody in the state knows that I don't wear a seatbelt because it's like a vice. It forces me. Right. So I just keep my teddy bear strapped in 3 seatbelts. If I could meet everybody one by one, I would win this race by a landslide. I'm just a likable guy. Hello, fellas. Hey.
Yeah, we're just getting some shots of him, kind of making his vote today and that kind of thing. So.
When you?
Yeah. Okay. I'll just give you a little.
Governor is the only position I can have where I'm not tied down in all the red tape like a county judge executive or something like that. And that's the reason I want to be governor. Governor's the only one that's got the power to change the state, change your health insurance, your car insurance, stuff like that. So that's the reason I want to be governor. And besides, I'm the best looking one for the job anyway. It's been amazing at the people that's related to me in this campaign. Okay. I've not raised any money. I don't want to be owned. I don't want somebody to come in my office and say, hey, I gave you thousands of dollars, you're going to do what I say. I won't have that.
How does it feel to do what you just did? Tell me about it.
It's great. To actually see your name on a ballot, it's very, very nice.
A lot of the other candidates in this race kind of have a little bit of different background than you. What about the fact that somebody like you can run in this and still be a part of this just as much as those people that have been in Frankfurt for years and that kind of thing?
I think anybody who wants to run for a public office like me should have a right to run. I have had a lot of fun. I recommend anybody that wants to get out there and change this state to run for an office.
Anything else?
We're now in Coldorn, Kentucky, where I live. When we cross this bridge here, I can show you the mountain where I live at. You all is actually the first people that's ever got to see my house. As far as TV and video, my house has never been filmed. My house is a little small. Now my house is still under construction. It will be probably for the next 10 years. If you get a good shot, come down here in the front yard and I'll show you something. My house is just a little bit bigger than it looks. Take a look. That's just a scaffold right here, so I can put the siding on. Now this part right here, that roof right there gets raised up to 13 more feet. And there's gonna be a porch set on top of these 4 posts. That's like 23 feet from the floor down, right there. And I'll probably work it on another 12. If I can get, what I do, I don't owe nobody. And what I do is I make money, and then I spend a little bit on my house, and I spend a little on my trucks, and a little on my backhoe, and I hate for somebody to send me a bill. So I don't owe for anything. When I bought my limo, my backhoe, and all that stuff, I pay cash for it. And as governor, I'm not going to be using the taxpayers' money like everybody else is. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to set up commissions from every part of the government. And what I want to do is find out exactly where the money's going and where it's going to be spent. And then I'll work with that to give the schools more money. But you know, the school teachers just got a raise. Ernie Fletcher got the school teachers a raise. But still yet, we lost 22 jobs in Harlan. We lost 300 in Pikeville. Now you talking about boy in Frankfurt? That's what I call boy. I think I need a bigger pooper scooper when I get there than I thought. I can't remember that one. This is part of my house. And this is another little balcony right here. It's ready to go up. The floor is done and built. It's ready to go up. That's where my library is going to go. So the reason I want a house so big is when my wife's shooting at me, I can run in any direction. I get wet or cold while I'm running. Now you all want to meet my pride and joy?
Sure. What's your name?
Scrubs.
Rub.
Yeah. Boys, I'm going to introduce you all to something I love as much as my wife. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. That's Daddy's baby. Daddy's baby. She loves attention. Scrubbers. Come on. Come here. Get up here. As long as I'm petting her, she won't get up.
How long have you had her?
About 3 or 4 years. She was only about that long when I first got her. See what had happened when I ran for governor the first time, me and my pig, we got hooked on Little Debbie cakes. And we both gained too much weight. And my wife had put me and the pig both on diet. Scrubs, come on, get up here. Come on, come up here. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come up here. She ain't gonna move. She's too comfortable where she's at. She's still a good little piggy. Come up here, you little sorry thing. Come on. I got a sport. Come on, baby. What do you think of her, boys? Ain't she a doll? But a lot of people think that I'm a celebrity, but I don't see myself like that. I'm just a common man trying to do what's right for the state. At least I care. I care enough to get out and try, whether I win or lose. I've never been in trouble with the law. I've never got high on anything. I've never drunk nothing in my whole life. You're in a big town of Walnut Creek, Kentucky. Back in the 30s, there was 93,000 people lived in Harlan County. Now there's 33,000. Yeah, people left because there's no jobs, and most of the people that's moving back now is just people that's retired. You know, that just wants to come back home. Our goal is like a 3% unemployment, which is very, very low. One of the biggest things I want to do is put the farmers back to work, growing corn and sugar cane. We've been doing about 60,000 tons of corn a year from the farmers, and I want to push that to 1.5 million. Anybody that's got a bushel of corn will be able to sell it, so we can make more ethanol, make more gasoline. Our gas prices today, our ethanol is like $1.80 a gallon compared to $3.09 a gallon today. And all that just comes right back to where everybody wins. The farmer wins, the company wins, the tractor places, They hire more people to make more tractors. Everybody wins. I've been called a lot of things by a lot of people, but I've never in my life been called a quitter. Hey!
Good afternoon, I'm John Bullman.
And I'm Ann Bowden. Many Kentucky and Indiana voters have about 6 more hours to get to the polls on this election day.
We'll bring you primary election returns in the races for governor, secretary of state, attorney.
Money for home health, lower drug costs, and more social workers. Democrat Steve Beshe claims he's the only one with a plan to pay for everything he's promising, legalizing casinos. Beshe is second in the latest WHS 11 poll, and his Democratic opponents picked on him today, saying there's no guarantee voters will pass casinos and at least 3 years until the money starts rolling in.
We need to do something now.
If we gamble on our future, that is the wrong thing to do.
Do you really believe that the lottery solved all the education problems?
I've got to stop casino gambling. I'm asking every Gideon, every preacher, every Christian in this state to stand behind me on May the 22nd. Let's send Frankfurt a message saying we do not want casino gambling in the state of Kentucky.
For the most part, it has been smooth going at the 260 polling places in Jefferson County. With 485,000 registered voters in the county and 50% turnout expected, the people with the Board of Elections, the county clerk's office, are making sure everything goes the way it's supposed to.
How's the polls looking at?
Yeah, you got over 1,800 votes with 53% reporting. Steve Beshe had 44. And Bruce is way behind, but he's running number 2 at around 20%. And Steve Henry's running about 18%.
What's Gatewood?
I didn't notice, but he's been around 6% in that range.
Hey!
Most judge executives in the state were very quiet during this race. You might have noticed that. They would not commit. Otis probably noticed that.
I know that.
They were very quiet on who, and it was only in the recent week or two that some of them came out of the woodwork and said, well, I'm leaning this way.
Hey!
So it's one of those deals where there were so many candidates running and nobody wanted to make that person mad just in case, or make that one mad because they live with him or whatever. So
one thing about this race, there's been so many millions and millions and millions of dollars spent, and nobody wanted to make nobody mad until we found out who was going to be leading in the post.
Hey, Otis. Hey, run a good campaign.
I want to tell you how much I've enjoyed your participation on the debates, and I've heard a lot of other, and I'm not making this up now, I mean, I've heard a lot of people say that you've been able to bring a perspective that has helped those debates, those KET debates, really. I mean,
you ran a good race. Some of the comments you said on TV were great. I thought that, especially the one you said about anybody should be able to run, and I appreciate that. It shows that anybody that wants to run can run and should run.
You would have been good government.
Yeah, I think so.
There's 4 tickets that would have been good government. Otis Hensley, Gatewood, Jonathan Miller, and Steve Beshe. Those are your 4.
Looks like Steve Beshe is going to win. And I want you all close to me, so when I shake Steve's hand, then I'd like for you all to feel that. Because he will be history. In this business that I'm in, history is only made, it's made so fast. Then I will offer him my services, Roger's services, my staff services, and my board. Then I will go on the road with him and work for Steve Beshe.
It's the sheer time, baby. Well, we celebrate more than a victory tonight. We celebrate a mandate.
others. We have a doctor that didn't have experience in Frankfort, Kentucky. This ain't something because of it. He is known as one of the best attorney generals this state has ever had. He has been lieutenant governor and is known as one of the hardest working lieutenant governors until next year this state has ever had. I'm proud to introduce to you the next governor of the state of Kentucky,
in the Democratic primaries ran honorable campaigns. And I'm very proud of that. Several of those candidates have tried to call me tonight, and of course with the new cell phone age, we keep missing each other. But I got a call just a few minutes ago from Bruce Lunsford. And he said to me that, Steve, you've run a great race. And regardless of whether you stay above 40 or you fall below 40, we're not going to have a runoff, and I'm going to be supporting you in November. That, my friends, is called class, and I really appreciate it very much. To reduce the cost of health care and to provide more coverage for all of our people in this state. And to create thousands of new jobs all across Kentucky because, my friends, everybody must move up and pick up so that this whole state will move ahead and go into this future bright and successful. What is needed in Franklin is leadership that can bring us together instead of separating us apart. So I call on you here tonight. Let's have a great time and celebrate a great victory. But tomorrow morning, we're going to hit the ground running. We're going to run every day, 18 to 20 hours a day, so that in November, we will take state government back for the people of this state. Thank you.
those only a few of the harsh words Lieutenant Governor Dan Monjardo is heard saying in an audio recording.
The only difference between Fletcher and Beshe is Beshe hasn't had blow up yet, but it's coming.
You may have heard it reported this week that the governor of Kentucky, Steve Beshe, a Democrat, has decided to give giant state tax breaks to a creationist theme park in his state. A theme park designed to depict life-size the biblical story of the earth being created in 6 days, complete with a giant Noah's Ark.
Will there be dinosaurs on the Ark?
Sure.
I'm sure we'll have representative kinds of animals on the Ark, to include dinosaurs.
See, the governor defers to the Bible theme park guy. Yeah, of course we'll depict man wrangling dinosaurs onto a giant boat 2 by 2, because that's what happened. Next question, Governor, the termites.
I've always said I want to be governor of Kentucky. I want the biggest house in the county, and I want a beautiful wife. And so far, I've got what I want. Except for being governor, but I'm trying.
It's only a matter of time.
It's just a matter of time. People do tell me, why don't you go for a smaller office, to be a county judge executive or something like that. But it's not what I want. I'm one of them people, I dream, and when I do, I dream big, and then when I dream, then I go for my goals. I go for what I want. And being governor is what I want. And then later on, I'll intend to run for president of the United States.
Really?
It's on my website. I'm going to ride that big bull right straight to the Capitol. What should they say? If you want something in life, go for it. Don't lay back and say, well, I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that. If you want something, go for it.